Now let's look at word problems. You have developed a way of thinking about word problems, so why not see if it works? We're now going to try to calculate the original amount, just like we did with fractions. The whole idea is very similar. So how do we find the original amount? If I say 40% of it equals $120, then how much was the original amount? Well, 40% means 40 over 100, which is basically 4/10. That means if I break it into 10 equal parts, 4 of these equals $120. And you can figure this out yourself. Obviously, it's 30 each. So all of it will be 30 each, and there are 10 of them. So 10 times 30, that will be $300. So you can get an idea right away that way. But let's do it through mathematics. How much is the original amount? Well, we know that 40% of the original amount is 120. Now that's a mathematical sentence because 40% is 0.4. Off is to multiply. The original amount we don't know, but it is equal to $120. Now, if we don't know this amount, but we know these two, what do? Something times something is something else. What is this bit here? 4 times 5 is 20. If you divide 20 by 4, you get 5. That's the whole idea. The answer, to find the answer, divide this amount by this amount, and you will get the answer. So this was 0.4 times the original amount. So divide 120 by 0.4, and the answer is 300. That's what you got. Didn't you get 300? When you put each one of these as 30, 10 of them, that equals 300. You can get the answer directly by one simple operation, a mathematical operation, which has just been shown to you. So try another one. Let's look at this question. If 5% of my wife's salary is $400, what is her salary? How will you do this? Try it. Try it on your own. See if you can do this. Draw it out if you want. Because if you take my wife's salary to be this much, this is the total salary, and 5%, take a little tiny chunk out there, that's 5%. And this is equal to $400. So this is 5%, which is 5 out of 100, or 1/20th. That means this is one part out of the 20 parts that you can break this whole salary into. So how much would the whole thing be? You can work it out because each one of these little slabs is 400. But how would you do it mathematically? Of course, you can work this out. 20 times $400 because each one of these slabs is 400. So the answer should come to 8,000. Let's write it out like this. 1/20th of the total salary of my wife's salary is $400. And we know that this, as an unknown, is being multiplied by 1/20th. So what should this answer be? Again, something times something is something. So if you divide 40 by 0.5, you'll get the answer. You divide this by that, and you should get this answer. And we had 0.05 here because that's 1/20th, or 5%, 5 over 100. So divide 400 by 0.05 and you will get the answer. So that's what we do. $400 divided by 0.05, you get $8,000. That's the amount you'd got anyway. You'd worked it out. So you can work it out mathematically simply by reasoning out a reasonable mathematical sentence. So 0.05 times the original equals 400. How did we do this? You can actually do the division, a decimal division. It looks like this. You're dividing $400 by 0.05. This needs to be turned into a whole number, so you multiply this by 100, and this is 400 here, divided by 0.05. We can't do that. So multiply it by 100, multiply this by 100, you get 5 here, and you get 40,000 here. And if you divide 40,000 by 5, you will get 8,000. For those who still are wondering or forgot how you do decimal division, that's how you do it. But you should be able to do decimal divisions by now, since you've done plenty of it in the previous class. So that's how we do this. We'll now turn to the next one. 10% of my wife's salary is $700. What is the total salary? Now you try it. Turn that into a sentence, an equation, a mathematical sentence where something is equal to something. This equal to is suggested right there. Off, you know what that means. So if I write it down as 0.1 times my wife's salary equals $700, and we don't know what my wife's salary is, all we have to do is divide 700 by 0.1 and we have the answer. Right. So it's $7,000. That's the answer. Great. What about this question? Ivy donated 10% of her monthly salary to charity. That's her monthly salary. That's full 100%, all of her salary. And 10% went towards donation to a charity. So if you take the 10% out from this end, this has gone to charity. And she was left with 30% of her salary after she spent a certain amount on food. Let's show 30% of her salary right at the other end, right here, 10, 10, 10. That's 30%. So that bit of her salary is what is left after she spent $450 on food. So this bit here must represent $450 that she spent on food. So this must be 60%, because if this is 10%, this is 30%, that's 40% that's accounted for right there. 10% gone to charity, 30% left, that's 40%, which means 60% must have been spent on food. So this 60% happens to be $450. You can work out how much that could be if you know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equal parts make 450, so each part must be $75. 450 divided by 6. So all of it must be $75, each one of those parts. And so if there are 10 parts altogether, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 75 is $750. Now you can work it out using fractions. But can you work it out making a mathematical sentence using the logic of percentage? So we know that 60% of a monthly salary is $450, and there's your sentence. 60% is 0.6, of is to multiply, is means equal to. This is unknown, and there we go. We can work out the original. 450 divided by 0.6, and you'll get your answer. And if you do this division, you'll have your answer, $750 in no time. You don't have to go through this whole method of working out visually what the answer is. The answer is right there, and you can get it really fast and really smart. So these are the questions you should try to do on your own. Practice them until you know you've got the hang of it. You know deep inside that yes, you really understand it, you really get it. And these are not the kind of questions that are going to make you angry or anxious or upset when you get them in an exam. These are things you have power over. So you can feel confident, happy, smart, and carry on with the next bits to come in the videos. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.